Hello, 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 Eagles. So there's a few things that we need to talk about. Okay, first, we are noticing that trash is starting to become a big problem. So one, we're not littering on campus. This is your campus and you want to keep it clean. Also, you see this little chain circle of life here we have, the food chain happening. When you are throwing food and the food ends up not getting picked up, you are promoting for the rabbits, the mice, the rats, roaches, bugs to come onto the campus. Now, when those come to the campus, because you're basically feeding them when you're not picking up your trash, the things that eat them come. So, like the foxes, the snakes, the hawks, the owls, things like that. Now, when you look around during lunch, or when you're on the PE upper field, like when you're seeing the side, we have a lot of wildlife that lives around us. So if you are not throwing away your items, then you're telling them that you want to come here. We don't want rattlesnakes to be here. We don't want the coyotes or the foxes or the mountain lions to come here because their food source has came here. Okay, so we're not feeding them. You're throwing it away. All right. We understand that there's things that you have to pick up for lunch that you're required to get, but if you're not going to eat it and you're not going to take it home, then yeah, throw it away, but you're not throwing it at each other. If we see people throwing food, you have a minimum of a week of a consequence of being in lunch detention. We are not playing around with the throwing the food, okay? So take it home, eat it, or throw it away, but we're not throwing things across. All right, so that will not be tolerated. Okay, next thing, cell phones. So we're noticing cell phones are coming out a lot during lunch. People are taking pictures of themselves or trying to video things. Warnings are over. Okay, we've said for about 2 weeks, put the cell phones away. So now when we see the cell phone, our campus supervisors, our teachers, everyone's going to have you turn it into the office. Okay, it's not a negotiation. If they ask you to turn it into the office, you turn it into the office, put it on silent, pick it up at the end of the day. The first time it's you picking it up, second time it's a parent. If this keeps being a problem, we're going to tell your parent, leave the cell phone at home, use our phone if you need it. Okay, so just keep them away, keep them in the backpack. There's no reason for it to be out. All right. Third, we are seeing vandalism in some of the bathrooms. Now, from what I understand, some of it is a TikTok thing. Don't let TikTok get you in trouble. Because to come in the office after you get caught with it and say it was a TikTok, that's not an excuse. It's not a reason that we're going to tolerate. You will get in trouble. Your parent will be contacted. They might have to pay for the damages. And you're going to need to discuss why you're doing what you're doing with the principal, with me, and with the custodial staff. So if you're doing it, we're going to definitely talk about it. We're going to follow up with consequences. So please, we're not asking you to do anything extra. We're asking you to just leave things alone, use the restroom how you're supposed to, and get out of there. All right? All right, lastly. So for our 8th graders in 6th grade, you may have seen this, but our Eagle cards are coming back now that we are in person. So what the Eagle card is it's a way of us just basically paying you and saying, hey, you did an awesome job. Your grades are, your GPA is this, or each of them are based on different GPAs and not having any N's or U's on your report card. So that's our way of saying thank you, and it's kind of like a payment for your work. Okay, so this is for last semester. So that's why I said 7th and 8th graders on the top. 6th graders, when we hit semester 2, then you would be able to get one for semester 1. Okay, now on the passes, you're going to see different things. Like there's going to be dates where it says early to lunch, where on that day you would show your teacher the card and you'd be able to go out to lunch. If you happen to be absent that day, well, then you just missed it, and that's okay. You know, things happen. But those are the days. Okay, you might see like a pre-approved homework pass. Pre-approved means you're checking in with your teacher ahead of time to say, hey, can I pass on this homework? And then you have like different perks. Now, when it says perk, that's between your teacher. Remember how we said every teacher has their different rules? Ask them, hey, what's your perk? Maybe it might be that they do it as a pre-approved homework pass. Or maybe they let you turn in something late with the perk or whatever. Just ask them what their perk is. And where it says free dress day, that's for PE, okay? So you're talking to your PE teacher. Maybe you forgot your PE clothes and you want to use it that day. Talk to your PE teacher and see. Now, just like money, if you lose it, it's lost. It's done. We're not printing you another one. It's a one-time thing. So you will start to see these. Hopefully by the end of this week, you should see it. And we're going to just put those in your locker. So yep, you got to be able to open your locker. All right. And if you feel like you should have gotten one and you did not get one, come to the AP office and talk to us. But guys, it is based on GPA. It is based on having no N's or U's. So if you got an N or U, even if you had a 4.0 and you got a N or U, you won't get one of these cards. Okay, so definitely ask if you have any questions. And remember, throw your trash away. If you don't want to eat it, throw it away. If you're not taking it home, throw it away. Okay, we do not want to invite wildlife onto the campus, especially if we start getting rattlesnakes. That's a big deal. All right, we don't want any bugs here either because you're feeding them. It's impossible to pick up every single little piece of food, so you're starting to feed them if you're doing that. Cell phones, we're done with warnings, so keep them in your backpack. Vandalism, you're going to get in trouble for it, a lot. All right, so just please, we're trying to keep our campus safe and clean for you. All right, have a good day.